Paradarts has given me the opportunity to expand from playing in my garage and fighting depression to travelling overseas and inspiring others. It's given me the opportunity to meet people from all over the world. It doesn't matter where you go in the world, wheelchair-bound people fighting the same battles. My name's Rob Gillan. I'm a T3-4 paraplegic following a forklift accident when I was 14 years old. Darts began with my parents. They played darts back in their early days. We used to tag along as kids and watch them play and run around like as kids do. My mum is Glenda, dad is Eric.
That's where it all began?
It's a while ago now, isn't it?
Dartboard in the background?
Yeah.
Well, we met through darts. Oh, that's an old one.
Yes.
And all the brothers.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 brothers. What number am I on? 1. Dale, Mark and Matt. They are all dart players themselves.
Okay, that's...
Yeah, we're a close family. More friends than family.
Oh, that counts.
Am I winning?
No.
I played youth darts as a kid. As soon as I turned 18, started playing pub darts. Darts can be played anywhere, everywhere, by anyone.
Roberts plays at Otago Darts every Wednesday night and Thursday at Mosgiel Darts. He's playing able-bodied people, and then he holds his own. He does very well, and I think that gives him a lot of pleasure. Look how blonde he is.
Oh, yeah.
Love that stripy top.
Chicken all bugger. He's a good-natured boy.
Loved to do everything with you, didn't he?
Yeah.
You'd be mowing the lawns, he'd be out there with his.
Yeah, he'd help me mow the lawns with his little plastic one pushing around beside me. And Robert with his rugby
Player of the day.
player of the day.
When I was a kid, I used to go with my dad to work in his trucks. Out of us 4 brothers, I was the only one that wanted to pursue truck driving.
And he helped unload the truck and he drove the forklift and he's quite good with it.
The date of my accident was 31st of March 2001. I was unloading his truck where I would normally put the fork down. On this one occasion, by accident, I left the fork up.
And went in reverse with the forklift and turning at the same time. And unfortunately, the forklift, one side of it went into quite a large sort of pothole and the forklift fell over.
It didn't land on me, it's just the way I hit the ground. I couldn't breathe because I collapsed my lung. I also bruised my heart and had other internal injuries.
It was pretty hard. I said, "Robbie, okay?" You know, and he says, "No."
I keep repeating to him that I can't feel my legs, I can't move my legs.
It's your worst nightmare.
My dad went into father mode and put me in the car and drove me to hospital. That's all I remember.
We were told by one of the doctors that Rob's back was broken and that his spinal cord was transected. You know, this was at A&E. And, yeah, so it's like, just shock. The next day...
They flew him up to the Christchurch hospital.
I had fractured my spine in 3 places and there was paralysis from the T3 thoracic spine level. I was pretty scared when I woke up. Watching my parents beside me after telling them that I was okay was one of the hardest things I had to see. It's the first time I saw my dad cry.
When Robert was brought out of his coma, the first thing that Robert and Eric said to each other was sorry. I'm sorry. But,
Yeah.
remember?
I spent the week in ICU before them transferring me to Build Spinal Unit, where I spent 4 months with my rehab and my physio. All my life I wanted to take after my old man, be a truckie and own my own trucks. So I decided to purchase some model trucks so that I can say that I have trucks of my own. This is the first one I bought. A lot of detail goes into these trucks. When I had my accident, my dream was taken away from me. These are just a reminder that the passion's still there, and who knows, someday down the track I might get to. So.
How many points are you going to give me?
Oh, no, none.
Can't seem it's, what, 20-odd years, I think, since we first met, just down the road. I just can't understand how the time has gone.
I remember that phone call. When I first got back home from Build Spinal Unit, I received a phone call from an Englishman with a lisp. And he said, "Hi, my name is John Marrable." John taught me how to live life in a wheelchair.
When I heard there was this 14-year-old recently had his accident, I was really keen to touch base with Rob because I'd had my accident when I was 11 and I sort of knew the struggles and the hassles and the bullying that you face. Even family don't really know what you're going through, and I just liked the opportunity to pass on some of the skills I learned. Sometimes you just need someone to understand what you're going through.
The mental challenges didn't start until I returned to high school. I was bullied for being in a wheelchair. It led me to multiple prolonged absences from school.
Everybody pretended, I think is how you can say it. Rob pretended he was fine and got on with stuff.
When I was deciding what I wanted to do with my life, that's when my depression really sunk in. I would sit at home, everyone else went to work, and I'd be alone at home.
Life throws a curveball at you and suddenly all your plans have gone out the window and you've got all these people who are telling you you can't do this, you can't do that.
That's when I turned to darts. Whenever I felt down, I'd go out to the dartboard and I used darts as my medicine for depression. It's a time to be alone and not think about anything. For me, it was something that took me to a happy place. And it was about the same time that I started playing pub darts.
When you're going through the mental issues, it's important to find something that you can focus on. This gets you out of the house, start socialising again and starting to try and live a life.
Up until a few years ago, I was the only registered wheelchair-bound dart player in New Zealand.
I met Rob about 4.5 years ago. He put a post on a Facebook group advertising people with disabilities who may be interested in taking up paradarts. He invited me down one Friday night and that's how it all took off.
Which leads me to where I am now, starting disabled darts in New Zealand. I've got 2 children. Bailey, time to get up. My daughter Bailey, who's 12. Connor, time to get up, buddy. And my son Connor, who's just turned 6. Time to get up, let's go. Now, following my separation, I've got 50-50 custody week on, week off with my kids. Do you want to to make you breakfast? Before my wife and I separated, I had challenges that I'm still facing today. Nutrigrain? The separation added to the depression. I worry that my kids are affected by the challenges that I have eating a breakfast. I'm just trying to do my best as a father. What are you doing at school today, Connor?
Doing that.
You like maths?
Yeah.
You don't like many subjects at school, do you? No.
That's what it's boring.
Sometimes the boring subjects are good.
He puts a lot of time into his kids too, of course.
You good day at school?
They're all pretty close to three of them.
Cuddle.
They help Rob around the house.
Love you. You have a good day at school. Two years ago, I purchased my car, and ACC purchased an Abbey Loader, which is a device in the boot that automatically comes out and picks up my chair and puts my chair in the boot. It's a really neat device. The way I used to do it was I used to have to pull my chair apart and throw it in the back seat. So it became a bit of a challenge with the kids and the dog. Milo, yeah. My dog Milo was a rescue dog. He's become a comfort dog by being there for me. He's helped me with depression. Milo, come here. He kind of senses when I'm having a bad day. There's not many places we go without each other. He goes to work with me. When I was going down the path of looking at a new career, it dawned on me that I'm going to have to be behind a desk or be a receptionist or be in the office. So I enrolled in the Diploma in Architectural Technology.
Yeah, so this is the entryway for that shop we were looking at in King Edward Street.
I was the first person in a wheelchair to graduate from that course. Because it's a new internal fit-out, we need to incorporate accessibility as much as possible. First of all is the new entryway to the building.
Rob and I, we've been working together for about 7 years. Rob is one of our lead team members. He coordinates with the staff and with the other consultants as the engineers and whatnot. We need to have that accessibility requirements pretty much as a standard from the get-go.
I can educate other people how a layout works and doesn't work. It's our designer up here. Accessible stair. Accessible stair minimum tread is 310mm, maximum pitch of 32 degrees. Everything from accessible parking, access to the building, stairs, lifts, bathrooms. Giving my experience of being in a wheelchair, I can incorporate accessibility, showing them how it's going to work by demonstrating.
The example he puts up for his family and kids is very positive. He can achieve anything.
New Zealand Paradarts was always on my mind to gain interest and to start something here in New Zealand so that we can compete with the rest of the world and start running our own tournaments.
That was a bit of an unknown for me when I started playing. Without being disrespectful, knowing some people back in Australia that play darts, I thought, oh, it's mainly bogans and people that you may not sort of really want to associate with. I didn't know. Then being involved, meeting everyone, most of them are really nice people. From Rob's perspective, it's been good for him to have someone like myself who is in pretty much the same situation as him in terms of the level of the injuries. And for me, it's been good to playing with someone that is fairly inspirational to me because Rob's a pretty good player and it gives you something to aim for to try and get to the same level.
In 2019, I had an email invite to Belgium. to participate in the very first World Championship for the Disabled Darts Association. Following that tournament, COVID hit. We got put into lockdown and online darts was introduced to the world.
So we'll introduce firstly, all the way from New Zealand, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, it's Rob Gillan.
Hi guys.
The way online darts works is instead of having the opponent beside you playing on the same board, you are communicating through a digital device and camera system, and it's streamed live on Facebook.
Rob's opponent tonight hails from St Helens. It's bully boy Michael Smith.
Hi guys. Pleasure to meet you. And staying, play against you. It's awesome.
Because I had won the British Disabled Darts online tournament. My prize was to play the current world #1, Michael Smith.
Rob, you acquire 4.
Got a leg off, bully boy.
Even though I ended up losing 3-1, it was a huge achievement to get one leg off now the current world champion. It confirmed to me that I needed to start something here in New Zealand. And so this weekend is the very first New Zealand Paradarts tournament. It's very important to me, something I've been working towards for the past 2 or 3 years. I just want it to go smoothly. It's my baby.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are hosting New Zealand's inaugural Paradarts tournament here today.
The way the tournament will work is everybody will play against everybody. Only the games against your equal classifications will count. So wheelchair playing wheelchair, that game will count towards your final point.
Jody's my name, from Auckland. My first tournament, so a few butterflies. Today I wish everyone the best and see where we end up.
Playing in this tournament here, it's great to have met the other Paradarts players that have joined up this year. Some of the challenges that players like Rob and myself face, because of the level of our injury, being T4, is stability. I can't hold my arms out without either counterbalancing with my other arm or resting my hand on my leg to try and stay fairly stable for throwing the darts.
For me, because I've got core muscle strength, I can sort of support my own body weight. Other athletes like Patrick and them, they have to use their non-throwing arm to keep their weight and then throw the dart as well. It's all about chair position for me, sitting upright, making sure my brake's on, and then just sort of taking that deep breath and trying to relax. Relax, breathe, and throw the dart.
I think everyone's enjoying it and having a good time. It's good seeing my parents here supporting us, and my brother's turned up for a wee bit, so it's good having support. I'm hoping that I win the wheelchair section, but it's the unknown. We'll see at the end.
The most games I've ever played on one day, so mentally I'm alright for the next few rounds, but in a tournament environment you do get knackered, so the upper body's a bit sore today, but that's what you do for the love of the game.
It hasn't been going too bad. I mean, the games that I've lost have been against either Rob or the other standing players, able-bodied people, or even the standing Paradarts players. They throw their darts, they walk to the board. We throw our darts, we've got to use our arms to go to the board, so it does catch up with you.
In the wheelchair division, in third place, Jody Adrianza.
I'm not as good as Rob and them at the moment, but I'm sure with hard work and a lot more practice, I'll get there.
Runner-up is Otago's Patrick Morrison.
In terms of upcoming tournaments, leaving at the end of November, travelling to the UK for Paradarts World Championships and Paradarts World Masters.
And the winner, also from Otago, of the inaugural 2023 Paradarts Championship, Rob Gillan.
I think it's a good stepping stone for disabled athletes in general. For New Zealand to put an event on at such short notice, really, I think it's a phenomenal job that they've done.
Say Paradarts. Paradarts. Sweden.
It's just great being able to follow Rob from this little 14-year-old paraplegic right behind the ears to this guy now who's a top darts player, and we're looking forward to following how he goes in the UK.
I mean, he's strong, he's got his kids, he's got a good job, he's got his house, everything's starting to work out for him.
You want some sauce, tomato sauce or mustard?
I've always hoped I would inspire people to get out and about and don't take no for an answer. Do what you want to do. There is darts in New Zealand. Approach me, contact me. I hope I've inspired other people to dream big and never give up.